I was, once more, caged up in my room. In addition to the door being locked from the outside, the windows were boarded over so no one could see in, leaving me in perpetual darkness. I received no visitors except the servants, and again, none would look at me in the eye. Every day was the same, day in and day out, day in and day out. The only time the routine changed was when, on occasion, a servant would arrive bearing a letter. It was my mother's handwriting on the parchment. We lived in the same house, yet she refused to show herself before me. I had no choice but to respond to her letters. She demanded I speak like a girl. I didn't have the strength to defy her. There was a constant sense of urgency to her letters, like she might fall apart completely at any second. So, I did as she said. I signed each letter, Michelle, the female name she bestowed upon me at birth, which I so despised. Every time I used that name, I felt like I was denying my own identity. On paper, she expressed her concern for me, but that concern only served to cause me more pain. So every time I took up my quill, my hands trembled. Mother, pray daily that my curse might one day be broken. Am I cursed? Is that why my body changed? Was it not because I was male? There's nothing there. What does she mean by that? Why did she look at me the way she did? How am I an abomination? Why? I don't understand. Someone, anyone, please tell me. Someone, please! Duck.
I have brought you supper. I will be back shortly to retrieve your dishes. I'll be going then.
Wait.
What?
Wait a minute.
Yes? What do you need, Michelle?
Are you a man or a woman?
Pardon?
Which are you?
I'm exactly what I appear to be.
Which are you?
I am a man. If that is all, I will be going now.
Clothes. Off.
What?
Take your clothes off. Right now. Everything. Even your underclothes.
Well, surely you jest, Michelle.
I am very serious.
I could not possibly.
Why not?
I could not expose myself.
I order you to take off your clothes.
You mean to humiliate me? I beg you, please reconsider.
What are you? You're a servant of the Bollinger estate. And what am I? I am a child of the Bollinger family. I may be locked up, imprisoned in this room, but that doesn't make you any less my servant. Am I wrong? Clothes off.
Michelle!
I order you to take your clothes off! Not even the tiniest sliver of guilt aroused my conscience. I felt no shame in what I was doing. All that mattered to me was figuring out what Aimee had meant. I wanted to find the truth. Not knowing would have been better off in the dark. His face twisted in humiliation. The servant undressed before me. In the dim candlelight, the man's body was shaped almost like a rectangle. At a glance, he didn't appear much different than me. A second later, though, I found my answer. I found the one crucial thing he had that I didn't. Why? My lower body lacked a part that made a man a man.
Are you satisfied, Michelle?
It was then that I finally learned what a man's body was supposed to look like.
I'm begging you, please allow me to dress. It would be an unbearable shame to remain unclothed any longer. Before the young Bollinger daughter.
Daughter? You still insist on calling me a damn girl? Look at these shoulders, my chest, listen to my voice. How can you possibly think of any of that belongs to a girl?
But how you appear does not...
There is a distinct look of fear in the manservant's eyes. Not out of respect for our difference in rank, but out of disgust for this incomprehensible thing standing there before him. Those trembling eyes, and reality dangling there before me, blew the lid once more off everything I've been holding back. Without that, you'd be no different than me.
What?
Everything else is all the same. So why does it make such a difference? That you have one and I don't.
Michelle?
I'm a man. I'm a man just like you. I'm no one's daughter. You still insist we're not the same. Then I'll make you like me. Without that, you're no different than me. It was a mix of dread and panic that pushed me over the edge. And so, in order to keep myself afloat, I decided to bring another pain.
Please, don't do this, Michelle!
In a blind frenzy, hardly even aware what I was doing, just riding the curve of my erupting emotions. I swiped a knife off the tray the man had brought, knocked him down and climbed onto him. I'll get rid of it. I'll make you the same. Without it, you'd be just like me.
Get off me, please! Someone, help!
I'll make you just like me.
Get in here! Someone! Anyone! Michelle! She's delirious!
Through the fog of hysteria, I suddenly realized I was surrounded by several servants. Next thing I knew, I was on the floor beneath them. There were as many, if not more of them, what had I made the scene in the great hall. A dozen manservants stared down at me, their eyes filled with fear and revulsion. In the shadows beyond the crowd, I saw Mother, looking in on me with vacant eyes. Mother, why do you only speak to me through letters? Why do you say I'm cursed? Mother, I'm male. I was always male. Tell me that I am, Mother. Let me out of here, please. I'm not delirious. My head is perfectly clear. I'm normal. There's nothing wrong with me. I'm not cursed. Mother, Say something! Mother! After that, I shut my room again, and the servants stopped coming. I pushed and I shoved, and I pulled and I pounded with all my strength, but the door and windows didn't budge. A day passed and then another. No food or water, I started fearing death was upon me. No idea how miserable it was to go so long without water. My throat was dry and cracked. I felt it was on fire, making breathing difficult. 2 days. 48 long hours. I felt I was going to lose my mind. After just 2 days, my skin stretched tight across my bones, looking hard and dry in the soft candlelight. Water. I need water. Someone, please, give me water. Why won't anyone bring me any? Why? My family had abandoned me, was leaving me to die in this room. When I realized that, I broke into uncontrollable shaking. The helplessness threatened to suffocate me. Fear of death turned to panic, which only scrambled my already confused mind further. I grabbed a chair, swinging it at the window, at the door. All my attempts ended in crushing failure. Anyone? I clawed the door, begging for help. Someone, open the door! Anyone? Water! I need water! 1 drop! That's all I need! I'm gonna die in here! Someone! Anyone! Mother! Father! Didier! George! Someone, open the door! Please! Help me! Someone! I need water! My throat hurts. It burns. I'm so weak. Someone! Water! Didier! George! Anyone! But not a single soul came to the door. No food or water. The 3rd day came and went, and then the 4th. By that point, I was expectedly devoid of any sense of dignity, and sat there, covered in all manner of human filth. As my body quickly wasted away, still I clung to the vain hope that someone would open that door. It's all I had. Occasionally, I would hear footsteps. Whenever I did, I mustered up what meager strength I had left to bang on the door. Whoever's there, please, open the door. I'm begging you. Someone! But my pleas fell on deaf ears. Though they didn't respond to me, I could hear the Abigails muttering to one another in the corridor. Ma?
Did you hear that?
Lini.
Yes, I did.
I wonder what's gotten into Lady Michelle.
They say she was cursed.
Maybe she sold her soul to the devil.
How dreadful.
We should stay away from that door. If we don't want to be cursed too.
I am not cursed. I did not sell my soul to the devil.
I'm kind of scared.
I might have to find work somewhere else.
Gotta make sure we stay away from that door.
Why do you think I'm cursed? I never did anything wrong.
Lady Michelle has lost her mind.
She's deranged.
I'm scared even thinking about her.
I am not deranged. My mind was perfectly fine.
She's right crazy.
She's right mad.
No, I'm not. I'm perfectly normal. Ah! Someone, please, get me out of here. The 5th and then the 6th day passed. By that point, I was hovering on death's brink. I lacked even the willpower to hold myself up against the door. So I simply lay on the cold floor, waiting for the end. Felt no sorrow, no anger, no despair, nothing. I've been sucked completely dry. I couldn't even compose a coherent thought. Just the door I so yearned to open actually did. And someone stepped inside, standing over me. So I needed to process it. Kyle.
My God, what a mess. Hey, are you still alive? Look at that. I was afraid you would be dead.
It was Aimee's voice.
I'm sorry. Really. I didn't mean you. Much harm. But after what you said in front of the whole family, I was a little upset.
I couldn't tell what she was saying. All I could hear were garbled sounds. All I could do was moan at her.
The servants are afraid of you now, after your little episode. So I volunteered to bring your food in their place. Everyone was so grateful. I don't think anyone likes you anymore.
Eventually, my muddy mind managed to make sense of the thing she was holding in her hands. A tray of food. I could smell it from here.
At first, I just gave your food to a stray cat. I wish you could have seen it devouring every last bit. What I didn't know, though, was that people can die in just a few days without water. I never intended to kill you. I just didn't know. So I'm really sorry about that.
Water.
But you're alive. For someone so physically weak, you sure are tenacious. Isn't that nice? You have one thing you can be proud of.
Water.
What was that? Water? You want water? Hold on, I've got some right here.
She picked up a goblet with her delicate fingers. My hand swiped weakly at the air, trying to grab it. A grin spread across her lips. Then she let go.
Go on, drink. You'd better hurry or the rug will absorb it all. You wanted water, didn't you? Then drink!
In that moment, I could hear the sound that last my dignity, crumbling away. Driven solely by my survival instinct, bent down towards the rug. Pressed my lips against the spreading puddle.
You really did it! This is too good, Michelle. You look like a cat. No, cats are much more graceful. I can't stop laughing. The daughter of a prestigious family, de Bollinger, sucking water out of a carpet. Oh, I wish I had a painter here to capture this image on canvas. So you know, I accept I made a mistake, Michel. I promise I'll bring you your food from now on. I'll take very good care of you. This is going to be fun.
Listening to her childish yet deeply malicious laughter, I understood. I was her plaything now. My hell was only just beginning. I'm gotten food and water, my body recovers somewhat, but it's hardly in peak condition. That would take some time, given how badly malnourished I had been. Aimee continued to treat me like her pet, constantly stoking the flame of rage within me. I was too weak to stay on my feet for long, and talking hurt my throat. I assume it was a calculated effort on her part to maintain power over me, to keep me as miserable as possible. She always had a smirk on her face as she gazed down on me.
Come on, open up. Today I'm going to feed you myself. What's the matter? I can't put anything in with your mouth closed. Or do you want to starve to death?
Aimee, why are you doing this?
Why? Because it's fun. Why else?
You're married into this family, sick wench. What gives you the idea you can treat me?
Are you saying that because I'm married in, I'm of a lesser stature than you? That's true. I am. But what's your point? You think you can intimidate me with formalities?
Aimee!
I would rather you not speak my name if you wouldn't mind.
That doesn't excuse your treatment of me. Someone, Didier or George, will make you pay for this.
You don't have a single friend here, Michel. No one to take your side. And no one to say a thing about me playing with you. Assuming you were, somehow, able to tell someone. No one would believe you.
That's a lie.
Do you have any idea what people say about you? They say you've gone mad. That you've sold your soul to the devil. Do you honestly believe anyone would trust you?
I am not mad.
I don't know. You look plenty mad to me.
Fine, then I'll run away. I'll escape from this estate and from you.
You think you could survive out in the world with that body? A stray cat could lift more than you. You'd never find work. I give you a week at best.
You can't be so sure of that. Maybe I could make it on my own.
Maybe. But either way, there's no way you're getting out. You try to run, someone might just cut your legs off.
Is it that at all necessary?
Don't ask me. Maybe because your curse hasn't broken? You know, you're lucky you're even allowed to live. And you should be grateful to me for volunteering to take care of you. Nobody else wanted to have anything to do with it. So if you want to keep living, you have to show me some respect. And you have to do everything I tell you to. Understood?
So this is the real you? You were just pretending to be respectable? But in reality, not only are you sleeping with Didier, you're a downright vile woman. You've been put on an act ever since he got here.
Oh, you make it sound like I'm somehow worse than anyone else. I'm quite normal, thank you.
How's this normal?
Listen to me, Michelle. The side of me you see right now isn't necessarily the whole thing. The sweet girl I am for the family is also me. And when I held you in my arms, that too was me. I'm not putting on an act.
Liar!
Although, to tell you the truth, I never actually liked you, so that part was a lie, yes. If Mother hadn't asked, I would have never even considered getting friendly with you.
Aimee!
You know, life as a noblewoman is so dull. It's so restrictive. No room for love at all. So can you really blame me? There so happened to be the most wonderful night right there for the taking. Why shouldn't I have gone for him after all? I'm still young. Let me have some fun, you know? Not like women have much else in the way of recreation.
So it wasn't Didier, but you who seduced him?
And it all would have worked out beautifully too, if you had only kept your mouth shut. You ruined our family gathering and damaged my reputation. And you called me a whore. That wasn't very nice now, was it? Is it any surprise I'm a little sore? You brought this on yourself, Michelle.
I brought this on myself? Don't you dare! Nothing justifies what you're doing to me! I'm not the disturbed one! You're a crazy whore, and don't you try to pretend otherwise! Damn you!
Oh my, such language. You're not being very nice to me, Michelle. Girls aren't supposed to talk like that, you know.
I'm not a girl!
Then what are you?
I'm a man!
A man? With that body?
Aimee quietly rose, grabbed me by the hair, and shoved me to the floor. Let go of me!
You call yourself a man? You can't even get out of a girl's grip. I'm not all that strong either. In fact, I'd say I'm rather weak. Just a small, powerless girl. If you were a man, you would have no problem breaking free, malnourished or otherwise. But you can't.
Get. She traced the lines of my emaciated ribs with her nails, traveling slowly down my chest.
But even ignoring that, you're missing the most important part.
Stop! Get off me! I tried to shove her aside with all the strength that could squeeze on my arms. As Aimee had said, I couldn't even overpower a girl. All I could do was lie there beneath her and beg, "Get off me!" Groaning in anger and frustration. Her finger came to a stop just above my navel. She looked at me with a sweet smile, then pulled her hand away. Just as the wave of relief spread through me, she shoved me back, jumped up, and slammed her foot between my legs. I shuddered as the pain jolted up my spine. Aimee looked down on me as I screamed. A smirk spread across her face.
Oh my. Does that hurt? There's a surprise. Even without the boy part, it still hurts.
Stop, please. And she didn't stop at stepping on me. I'm begging you, stop, please. She dug her toes into my flesh.
What are you exactly, Michelle? From the feel of it, you don't quite have proper girl parts either.
Aimee, please. On top of the physical pain, unbearable humiliation and shame corroded away my spirit.
What a strange creature you are.
Stop! I could have died right then and there. Honestly, that would have been preferable. The emotional hell she was putting me through.
You should take a look at yourself in the mirror, Michelle. You're crying. Sobbing like a sad little girl. Not much of a boy, are you? And you lusted after me. With this body? Seriously? You're disgusting. I can't believe. You actually had the gall to fall for me.
Aimee's abuse was not a one-time occurrence. She had promised she came to feed me every day. Her arrival brought nothing but anguish and torture. Every day she chipped away more of my spirit. I hadn't succumbed to her yet. My anger still overpowered any fear I felt. About a week after Aimee started caring for me,
Have you been a good girl, Michelle? I brought you your supper. I'll set it right here for you. What's the matter, Michelle? Your food's right there. It's going to get cold. Go on, eat. But no using your hands. Crawl over and use your mouth. Come on, eat. Or would you rather I fed you?
you...
What was that? Do you have something you want to say?
Ow.
I can't understand a word you're saying, Michelle. If you would eat, you would have enough strength to talk.
You...
Huh?
I'm going to kill you, Aimee! That was, I believe, the first time in life I felt a sincere, overpowering desire to end someone's life. I wanted to see her dead. With my hands and legs tied up, I lurched for her. Like a dog she so wanted me to be, I chomped on her wrist. The taste of someone else's blood is far more unpleasant than I had expected. I felt I was gonna vomit. I was determined to not let go of her wrist for any reason. I would gnaw through to the bone, rip her entire hand off. She could beat me unconscious, I still wouldn't let go. She wouldn't have to kill me to get me off of her. I wanted her to feel the same pain I felt when she trampled on me.
Let go!
My body never did what I wanted it to, though. I could swear my life I wouldn't release her arm. I could never seem to make good on my determination. Aimee's foot flew up into my emaciated gut. The pointed tip of her shoe dug into my flesh like a knife, and I collapsed to the floor in a fit of convulsions. Just as I was about to cough up a mouthful of stomach acid, she ran my foot into my abdomen a second time. She didn't give me enough time to get to my feet, let alone fight back before she kicked me again. Again, 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 again. My gut, my chest, my legs, and my face.
What's wrong with you? Don't you get it? You're not the one in control here. You should be thanking me. What you did to me that day was incredibly hurtful. Yet here I am, bringing you your food. Can you not see just how kind-hearted I am? So why would you go and bite me? What would possess you to do such a thing?
Gasping for breath, my consciousness slipping away from me. I caught a glimpse of Aimee's eyes as she swung her leg back for another kick. When I did, a single word rose to my mind. Demon.
Oh, isn't that something? You can't even stand up to a girl. I'm not that strong. I'm weak and frail. This is the first time I've ever kicked someone. I have absolute control over you, Michelle. You understand that now, right? You learned your lesson, didn't you?
No one else's strength remained within me. My tongue and cheeks were torn up. My mouth tasted of blood. Thinking herself weak and having no experience in ways of physical violence, she knew no restraint. The ignorant can be so much more brutal and viciously relentless than the seasoned. My vision had gone red. I could hardly feel my own face. It's a strange gurgling sound with every breath I took.
Jeez. What am I going to do about this hand? It hurts like crazy. I know. I'll tell everyone you finally lost it. And tried to bite my hand off. They'll all feel so bad for me. I can just see the sad looks on Didier and Georges' faces.
They will not.
You know, your brothers have completely given up on you. A deranged sister is nothing but trouble. You know what you are, Michelle? You're a demon child.
Why was I the demon and not her? Why did no one come to my aid? Several times I considered ending my life. But every time I did, memories of better days came back to me. The time before my body had transformed. The days when we were all so sure of our happiness kept me changed to life. Why couldn't things still be the way they had been then? In my heart, I hadn't changed at all. Till I had things end up like this.
Michelle! Oh, Michelle! Are you in there?
Do you need something, George?
Oh, come on. Don't be like that. Do I have to need something to talk to you?
No, but you looked like you were in an unusually good mood, so I thought...
Well, why wouldn't I be? It's a wonderfully gloomy day out.
I would understand if it were clear out, but can you really say it's wonderfully gloomy?
Well, you can't be outside for very long when it's not cloudy, so in our case, this is perfect weather. What do you say we go for a little stroll while we can? Dee's around today, too, so we can see if he's up for it. It'll be like old times. We've been running around like headless chickens lately, so we haven't had much of a chance for a sibling outing. We'll have Mom make us lunch, and then... we'll take a couple horses up to the forest's edge.
I'm fine with that if you are.
You bet your bum I am. I asked after all. Now come on, let's go.
An outing, you say?
Yep. Hop on a couple horses and head for the forest. We haven't done this in a while, so I figured why not?
I see. Well, if Michelle is coming, I see no reason to say no. Let's set off right away.
Whoa, slow down there. Are you saying you wouldn't go if it was just me? It's Michelle or nothing?
Of course. Why on earth would I want to go horse riding alone with you? I would rather drown myself.
Yes!
Didier, could I perhaps make a small request?
Go on, let's hear it.
Do you mind if I hold the horse's reins?
Well, that's all. By all means. I'll be there behind you, just make sure nothing happens. But do be warned, my horse is a bit temperamental. If you're not gentle, he'll start getting moody with you. I doubt that will be a problem for you, though, Michelle.
I'll be careful.
Hey, whoa! Slow down, guys!
Look at that, Michelle. Georges is still fumbling all around back there.
Are we going a bit too fast?
Oh no, you're fine. That you were able to get past that so quickly is proof of your talent.
Ah, finally caught up! This isn't a race, you know! Why can't we enjoy the scenery? Indulge in some nice pathos!
A warrior and his horse need not of pathos. Isn't that right, Michelle?
It certainly is, Didier.
Come on, you guys! Be nice! This was my idea! You've really taken after old D, haven't you, Michelle? I, for one, would rather see you admiring flowers, or dancing with butterflies, or gazing out at a beautiful sunset, or enjoying poetry. More pathos, my dear sister, and less barbarism.
Long swords, suits of armor, and tales of heroic knights are so much more appealing now.
You've let him get his claws in too deep, Michelle. Oh dear, oh my. I'm gonna have 2 meathead siblings before I know it.
What did you just call me?
Now, you two. Why don't we stop here for a picnic?
Seconded. My stomach's been rumbling up a storm. I took a few bites earlier because I was about to die back there.
I hope your horse throws you into a river.
Hey, so the other day, I brought a cat home.
Cat?
Yep, speckled from head to tail and ugly as a witch's ass. I was gonna keep it in my room, but Mom flipped when she saw it. Keep that filthy thing out of my house! Wish there was something we could do about how much of a clean freak she is.
Georges, try not to stress Mother too much. They're unpredictable enough as it is.
It would be nice, though, to have a cat, Aimee.
You think so? Then how about this? We'll keep it in the courtyard. I'll feed it on days when it's clear, and you can do it when it's cloudy, Michelle.
I don't know what cats eat, though.
I bet he'd like pastries.
Do you want to kill the cursed thing? I cannot approve of anyone taking care of an animal who thinks that's a good idea.
So sorry.
Oh, pull the stick out of your arse, D. Life's all about experimentation. Live and learn.
Don't experiment on animals.
Well, if you're gonna be like that, how about you help out too? You can keep an eye on us and make sure we don't do anything stupid.
What? Now you're trying to drag me into this?
Already done. You're in. It's settled.
Damn it, Georges.
Now we need to come up with a name. Have any ideas, Michelle?
What? You want me to name it?
Not very often you get to give another living thing a name. Well, I guess you might have a few more chances down the road. Consider this practice. Something elegant and beautiful. You've got this.
Now, Georges, don't put so much pressure on her. You have a point, though. It is a good opportunity. Don't stress too much about it, Michelle. Just choose something you like.
You said the cat was speckled and ugly.
Yep. One look and you'll be laughing so hard you can't breathe.
Alright then. Ugly Speckles.
That's its name?
It would seem you do not have a future in the arts, Michelle.
But you said it was ugly and speckled, George.
I did, yes. You could have tried a little harder than that, though. But, you know, why not? Ugly Speckles it is! It's actually kind of charming when you say it out loud. Ugly Speckles!
It's not that funny.
It's quite something indeed. The more I think about it, the more I...
Not you too, Didier.
We should bring Ugly Speckles on our next outing. Sitting together beneath the clouds, having lunch.
That we should. Michelle's gotten a little bigger. Let's do this again. The three of us and our ugly speckled cat.
You said it. We're all good friends here, after all.
I've never been your friend, though.
God, must you always be such a jerk?
Didier, George, is Aimee telling you the truth? Do you really think I'm nothing but trouble? Do you think I've lost my mind? That I'm a demon child? Didier, George, why do you not open this door for me and let me out? Are things I said that day really so heinous? Did you resent me too? Like Aimee? Didier? George? How do you think about me now? Is this body really so unusual? I hadn't undergone the transformation I did. Would things still have been the way they were before? Be able to go out to that forest again and make silly, meaningless conversation? And when laughing like we had then? If this body hadn't changed the way it did, would I not be trapped in this darkness? If that were the case, I didn't want to be a girl. If God descended from heaven and offered to change me back, I would have turned him down, because inside, I wasn't a girl. My nightmare at Aimee's hands didn't end there either. As much as I loathed to admit it, I was terrified of her. Every day I dreaded to sound the door opening. However, if I were to block the door off with furniture, I would lose my only remaining lifeline. I had no choice in that matter.
It's time for supper, Michelle. I brought your favorite, parsnips. Well, but the dogs didn't eat of them anyway. But you don't mind, do you? I'm going to cut your nails today, Michelle. I need you to stay very still. You wouldn't want my hands to slip. So make sure you do. I'm tying you up. This way you can't accidentally move. Here's your water, Michelle. murky. Oh, heavens me. I must have fetched it from the wash basin by mistake. It's supper time, Michel. I brought you parsnips again. Don't worry, the dogs didn't have any of these. They didn't seem to be interested in eating them raw. What? You don't want any? Then what am I going to do with these? You know, Michel, you're such a disgrace. Cry for me, won't you? Beg for mercy. Look at you, all that pride. Gone out the window. It's hilarious, I tell you.
She did everything imaginable to torture me, both physically and emotionally. To be honest, it was rather impressive. In a sick way, she was able to come in so many different ways to torment me. She knew precisely what caused me the most pain. My body, the discrepancy between what I was and what I felt like it was. She delighted in telling me I was a male. Sometimes, in showing me. I don't think I need to describe the things she did to me in any more detail. I could think of only one way to keep myself from breaking down. I completely stopped talking, stopped struggling. Then one day, after about 6 months or so, she said with a disinterested sigh,
I'm done.
and that was the last of it. By swallowing my pride, not resisting, I was able to escape from her grip. Once she was gone, the servants took over attending to me again. I was still in prison. Now there was a serenity in my solitude. I didn't speak with anyone. I didn't make eye contact. I didn't do anything. I just lived. But even though I had peace, I still feared Aimee having a change of heart. I trembled at the possibility that one day it might be her that opened the door. But above all, I hated, despised the fact that I lived in such fear of a girl. An overwhelming self-loathing threatened to crush me. I had reoccurring nightmares about the things Aimee had done to me. The wounds she gave me did not heal. They only grew worse, eating away at me day after day. I was beginning to lose confidence in my own sanity in the silent darkness, where there was no sense of time. The line between dream and reality blurred. I often found myself screaming, crying into the empty air. I clawed my skin, pulled out my hair, paced back and forth across the room, pounded at the door, yelling for help. Screamed some more. This very image of pitiful, absolute wretchedness. Every time I did, I'm sure there was someone on the other side of the door, whispering about how poor Michelle had lost her mind. Eventually, I gave up entirely. It was a stormy night in my 16th year. I'd been confined for more than 2 years at that point. Heavy rain pounded against the windows like 1,000 little spears. I was sitting quietly in my bed, unable to fall asleep, when suddenly, there's a loud banging on the door.
Michelle, are you awake?
If you aren't, then hurry up and get awake! We've got big trouble!
Your damned voice.
But...
When I first heard my brother's voices after so long, I thought I was hallucinating. In 2 years, I had never once come for me, no matter how hard it pounded on that door, no matter how many times they called for them. And all that time, I didn't expect that to ever change. I'd given up, as soon as I had long since cast me aside. Unable to bring myself to say anything, I simply stared at the door. and there was another bam, bam. The sound was half consumed by a crack of thunder, giving it an indescribable eerie quality.
Please say something, Michelle.
Seriously, there's no time.
You can hear us in there, can't you? You're behind the door, aren't you?
Come on, just one word, Michelle.
Is it really you? Didier? George? For a moment, they seemed to be at a loss for words. Probably because they almost didn't recognize my voice. It was only a heartbeat, then Didier spoke.
There is a carriage waiting outside. I'm going to unlock the door so you can leave it.
Why?
Because Dad's talking crazy. He's saying that the Bollinger family is no need for a demon child. That you're a mark of shame on our name. So he's going to have you executed.
George.
Father. Must be dead? It felt like the floor had fallen out from under me. Executed? Demon child? Mark of shame? So he was saying I didn't even deserve to live anymore?
It's planned for tomorrow morning. We only just found out ourselves, which is why...
You prepared a way for me to escape? But why?
Why do you even need to ask? Because we're family. Something terrible has gotten into Father.
I clenched my teeth, fighting back a bitter, angry sigh. I couldn't keep all those emotions bottled up for long. A maelstrom of feelings I thought I had lost in my 2 years of imprisonment swirled up inside me, spilling from my lips. Why? Why are you doing this now? If you really felt that way, then why did you come sooner? 2 years I spent locked up in this room. Do you have any idea how I felt in that time? Any idea how hard I had to fight to endure? How many times I cried for your help? How hard I pounded on the door, begging to be set free? But never once did you come. Never even once.
Michelle.
I scare you, don't I? You think I've gone insane, that I had lost my mind, that I sold my soul to the devil, don't you?
No, Michelle, we don't.
Then why? Why didn't you come set me free?
Michelle, we don't think you've lost your mind at all.
So you didn't want to see me then? You didn't want to face what I've become? Tell me I'm wrong, Didier, George. You left me here, abandoned me for 2 whole years, locked me away so you didn't have to see me.
I'm sorry. I'm just, really busy with my art. I've been getting a ton of commissions down at the court. And Didier's a knight now, So he's up to his neck in expeditions. I'm really sorry.
As am I. I cannot say what happened. I wasn't sure how I was supposed to act around it. I'm still not sure, even now. I knew I had to find the time to collect myself. I kept putting it off. Vainly hoping that time would take care of it all. that, I owe you an apology. You need to understand. I do not agree with Father's decision. I do not want to lose you. I don't think you're a demon child. George feels the same. Neither of us want to see you dead.
Well, he said, Michelle, there's not much time. We need to get you out of here.
Bit down hard on my lower lip. Hard enough to draw blood. Does that start sobbing? It's a little late for that.
Michelle.
If you don't get out of here, you're going to be killed.
If I'm not an angel sent from heaven, or a demon child, then what am I? What on earth am I?
What are you? You're...
Look, Bollinger. You're our family. That's all there is to it. I pray you can forgive me for averting my eyes for so long.
Can I trust you? Can I trust that you, the whole world, said I'm cursed? That you always be on my side? That you always be my brothers? Can I put my trust in you once more? Didier, George.
Absolutely can, Michelle. I swear to God on high.
And I swear to the god of art.
Michelle.
I've no other choice, do I? I couldn't talk Father out of it, could I?
I would rather you didn't try. He's not a man to change his mind. If you were to show up before him, he would likely draw his sword on you himself. He would destroy Mother. I'm sorry. We're not doing this only for you.
Okay, I'll go.
Oh, thank goodness.
The carriage will take you to a mansion, Michelle. It's property Father purchased some time ago. There are rumors about the house. It's abandoned. No one wants to buy it either, and that's unlikely to change. It's the ideal place to keep you out of sight.
What kinds of rumors?
Well,
No point in keeping it a secret. He has a right to know. They say a witch lives there.
A witch?
I think it's all just made up, personally. I went to check the place out, and there was no one there. It was a little dreary, to be sure.
I hoped to have a better place arranged for you, but there wasn't enough time. This is only temporary, Michelle. I cannot say how long it will be. Father will pass away eventually. When he does, George will inherit the estate. That will mean you can return. So I ask that you hold out until that time.
If I don't leave, I'm going to be executed. So send me anywhere. I won't complain.
I'm glad to hear you say that. I will talk to Father and ensure he does not suspect anything.
We'll make this work. Don't you worry. The long and short of it is, Dad simply wants you erased from the family.
George!
Sorry. I wasn't trying to be mean. But anywho, once I take over, we're in the clear. You'll be acknowledged as a bowling J.
I see. Okay, then.
Can I open the door now?
Just a minute.
What? You're still not ready?
I don't have any clothing.
Ah, right. You wouldn't, huh?
How tall are you, Michelle?
Around the same height as you, I think.
You're taller than me! Damn it all!
Alright. I'll bring you some of my clothes.
Thank you.
Wow, I don't think I've ever heard you say thank you without putting up a fight, Michelle.
That's not true. I don't think.
I'll be back soon. Get what you need together.
All right. Sitting in carriage waiting outside, listening to the pitter-patter of the rain, I gazed at my two brothers. I hadn't seen them in 2 years, but they're hard to look any different than how I remembered them. I was the only one who had changed, and dramatically at that. Looking at them, I couldn't help but remember the old days. Playing chess with Didier, learning to draw from George, or sibling outings. However, the ominous sounds of thunder crashing in the distance drowned out those memories.
The mansion is several days' travel from here. Hopefully, the carriage isn't too uncomfortable. We'll send a package with any supplies you need once a month. Food, clothing, and something to pass the time. If there's anything you want, Michelle, just tell me. Now, we can have a servant pass a message on to me.
I can't think of... Actually, wait. I can't think of one thing. I like a chess set.
Alright, I'll have one made.
I'd rather have yours, Didier. Would that be possible?
Are you sure you want that beaten old thing?
Yes, I want that one.
Alright then. I'll include it in the first delivery.
I'll send you something too, Michelle. Anything you want, just tell me.
In that case, I would like some art tools. I'm nowhere near as much of an artist as you are, George, so they don't have to be anything special.
Gotcha. So some canvas and... how about some charcoal? And when you're back, I want to see what you've made with it, okay?
Okay.
You know this is already hard enough on you, Michelle. But I need to ask you to do something for me. Avoid making contact with anyone who doesn't already know about it.
So, I can't talk to anybody but the servants?
Simply, yes. Tomorrow the world will consider you dead. So we cannot have people finding out you are actually alive. Especially Father. Please do this for me.
I've been doing that for 2 years already. Long since lost interest in interacting with anybody. So you need to ask me to keep to myself.
Right.
Does anyone else know I'm alive?
Yes, Mother knows. In fact, this was her idea.
It was?
She loves you, Michelle. She really does. Mom just, is having a little trouble facing the truth. So even though she's not here to see you off, I guarantee you she doesn't want to see you dead. She wants to have you in her life again.
I expect Mother will be writing me. So please, take the time to write her back. She's a troubled woman, but her love for you is true and unwavering. Will you do that?
Just a quick little, hey, got your letter, doing great, will suffice.
All right.
Just so you know, it kills me indeed that we can't stand up to Dad. But as long as he lives, his word is God in this house.
I understand that, yes.
Well, you never know. He could be gone quicker than you expect. Week from now and BAM! He's dead as Dee's social life.
Is there not an ounce of respect in your body?
Oh, give me a break. I'm upset. He's gone way too far. And once he's dragged his ass off to the great beyond, anything goes. Surprise! Michelle was alive!
Yeah, I suppose.
Until then, we'll take care of things here. Tomorrow's gonna be the performance of our lives. Crying like a couple of big babies and laughing our tails off inside.
You'll forgive me if I have trouble trusting that loose tongue of yours.
I'm not stupid. I know this is important. Not even Aimee will expect a thing.
Aimee.
Yeah, not even she can know. It's gonna crush her, I'm sure, but the less people who know, the better.
When George said her name, my whole body went shamefully cold. Been a year and a half since the hell she put me through, but every last detail of it remained carved into my mind and body. There's no way she would be even slightly sad about my death. She reacted, but she'd almost certainly be elated by the news. Seeing George had yet to still see what lay beneath that woman's mask.
I know you two were close.
Huh?
Are you worried about how this might affect her?
What?
She cared for you for about 6 months, didn't she? When you wouldn't let the servants in.
What?
From what I hear, you got real close to dying in there. You wouldn't even eat unless she was there.
Who the hell told you that?
What? Is that not what happened?
Did something happen between you two, Michelle?
Aimee. Aimee didn't do a damn... Never mind. I can't tell though. I can't put what I went through into her words. It only worse than my shame. Especially not from my brothers. George, how are things between you and Aimee?
You still letting what happened 2 years ago get to you? Well, I mean, at the time, things were a total disaster. I'm all excited about getting myself a pretty little wife, only to find out she's rocking the boat with someone else. I cried for weeks.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Deep down, though, she ain't actually a bad girl. She's young, kids make mistakes. after it all came out, she turned over a new leaf. She started doting on me something serious, and, well, it's hard not to let one little mistake like that go when she's trying so hard to make it up with me. The age excuse doesn't work for Dee, though. For about a year, things were really tough between us. I didn't even want to look at him. But at the end of the day, we're family. We can get past anything. Besides, because you let the cat out of the bag, that gave me something to hold over Dee. All things considered, I'm not complaining.
So, you say you're happy then, George?
Sure would, yep. Believe it or not, I'm kind of head over heels for her. Hard not to like a girl like Aimee.
Oh, I see.
Do you really feel that bad about 2 years ago?
So she's still keeping up the good girl facade around George and Didier. No one else knows. She's actually a sadistic, cackling demon. There's nothing less trustworthy in this world than a woman who's always smiling. If George thinks he's happy, I can't take that away from him.
Michelle?
Oh, right. Yes, I do feel guilty about the way I lost control of my emotions and took it out on you guys.
It happens to everyone. In fact, it's time to do a little more shouting and fussing. And you could.
Because I have underdeveloped social skills.
You heard that?
You've got one hell of a nasty streak, huh, Dee?
I'm glad to hear you're still in good terms. It wasn't my intention to pit the two of you against each other.
I know. Blame falls on my shoulders. I want you to know something, Michelle. Though your transformation was too much for Mother and Father to accept, with enough time, everything will go back to the way it was before, just like it did for myself and George. None of this is your fault. It was all unfortunate timing.
God's a little bit of a jerk, too.
Try not to forget I am a knight, George.
In time?
In time. Speaking of which, we don't have much left. I'm going to tell the coachman to set off, okay?
Didier,
Yes.
tell me the truth. Will the three of us ever meet again?
Why would you ever ask that? Of course we will.
Not a chance I'm letting this be our last family get-together.
One last question then.
Yes?
Am I your brother?
Well, I mean, look at you. Don't look like much of a sister to me. So yeah, I'd say you are.
I see. So long then.
Farewell. May good health bless you until we meet again.
Until then, Michelle.
Farewell. For seeing me off for good will give me strong, firm hugs. Didier first, then George. The warmth I felt in their arms, in my family's arms, slowly spread through my chilled body. It made it that much more difficult to part ways. The wheels of the carriage rattled against the wet stone paved road. I stuck my head out the window, watching as they shrunk into the distance. Standing there in the rain until we were completely out of view. That tightness filled my breast. Every glimmer of hope I had from a new life was smashed by an equal degree of darkness and uncertainty. Would I never make it back home? If I did, would people still call me a demon child? Having to write mother was another uncomfortable weight on my soul. The thought of having to play a girl for her made me sick. George had to act like it would be nothing, but it wasn't that easy. It's more than mere pretend. Didier had said that with time things would change, but how could he be certain that those changes be for the better? The wooden wheels turned, carrying me away to that cursed mansion. Next thing I know, I'm sinking into a vast void. Darkness cuffs my hands and legs, restricting my movement. Images of the past I kept buried away for so long stream past me. This isn't how I wanted it to happen. Not coming from my own mouth, being laid bare for all to see without my consent. That wasn't how I wanted her to find out about my secret, about my shameful history.